The officers of the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club include President Joe Desmond, Vice President Jerry Lorkowski, Treasurer Ferd Bruckner, and Secretary Mark Meldrum. Welcome to the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club TV. Here are the hosts of your show, President Joe Desmond and Secretary Mark Meldrum.
Good afternoon, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, and it's once again a snowy day here in Northern Ohio. Just got back from Larry's house and helping out with the 66 Chevelle. So in this month's newsletter, we're going to do a little update on Larry's red 66 Chevelle. And we've got an update from the last meeting we had. So President Joe will give us a little update. I just got back from a business trip to Florida, and we're going to give you a little tour of a muscle car museum that I had a chance to see while I was down that way. So let's get to the news. Okay, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club?
Ready? Whew, whew, whew. Ready? Here we go. Come on, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Greetings everybody for the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. We just finished our January meeting, starting off 2015 with a bang. We had a good treasurer's report. The club is very financially strong right now. We're doing all of our planning for the 2015 show in August. Hope to see you there. We're firming up the band. Everything is set to go. Stay tuned for our rest of our videos today. Don Justice, who's being our off-camera comedian over here. We had a nice turnout tonight, about 17-20 people. Nice to see everybody.
Got some good pizza. Thank you, Don Sitz.
Thank you, Don Sitz, for the pizza. Here's a little card. Here you go. See if you can see that. So, this is just the beginning of this newsletter this year, or this month. Me and Mark are going to be out visiting some garages. We also talked about the Piston Power Show. We've got 8 entries. We got a couple of new members putting their cars in this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. We'll be back with you.
From the Mind of Jeff by Jeff Thompson.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mind of Jeff. A couple things that always comes up to me when I'm DJing the event over there for the NOCC show in August. The first thing we asked, or people ask me, is there a dinner with the president? And I said, well, yes. That's a very good question. On Wednesdays with the newcomers coming in, and old comers or whatever, but if you arrive early, generally around 5 or 6 o'clock, weather permitting, there is a really a non-sanctioned, non-sponsored event. Doesn't cost anything. It's just kind of a bunch of get-together, good old folks eating hamburgers and whatever people bring in. So, but the show, the NOCC group does, or O'Reilly's, I think last year, bought hamburgers and hot dogs and things like that. So, but it's not really part of the show, but it's a really, really good way to kick off the newcomers and the old comers coming in early on that Wednesday. Next question that I always get is the cruise. Now, any information that's on the cruise that we have, of course, you drive your cars or hitch rides for somebody or whatever you want to do. But any information that we have on the cruise will be in the goodie bags that are passed out at registration for the show. So make sure that you do get registered for the show so you get your name on a goodie bag. And the show will sell out early, I predict. So we want to make sure that we have a goodie bag with your name on it. Also, for the cruise, you do not have to always follow the car ahead of you. That's always a good idea, though. But there will be a map inside the goodie bag as well. Now, if you notice that I stress the word goodie bag a lot, because everything is in the goodie bag. So it will tell you the cruise map is in the show program and the times for that. The banquet is in the show program. and that is in your goodie bag as well. Please do not try to get to the banquet room early. The NOCC group is setting things up, and it's not really fair to just go there and just get a table and bug them while they're setting things up. There's plenty of times out there to grab a table and to get your club or single party. And that reminds me, too, because I have a lot of friends coming in this year for the first time, actually 5 to be exact. Don't be afraid to hit me up with some questions about where to sit at. We mean the Tri-State Chevelle Club. We have a table. You're more than welcome to sit with us. You'll probably make a few friends there over the weekend. You're more than welcome to sit with them. But don't sit on your hands. Be a part of the event. And I say it's an event versus a car show because the cars are secondary to the people that are coming. The people is what the real reason why this is about. So basically, that is in a nutshell, that's exactly what's going on for this event, the NOCC show in August. So make sure you get your registrations in. Make sure you get your rooms at the motel. They will sell out. And contrary to popular belief right now, the hotel is not sold out. When I was just up there, we had plenty of rooms, but just don't let that word plenty fool you, because it will sell out. So if you have any questions during the event, feel free to come up to the DJ booth. I spend a lot of time in there, sometimes walking around the parking lot, ask me questions, but 99% of the things that I'm asked during the car show is in your goodie bag that's found at the registration table. So you folks have a great time, and I will see you at the show.
We're about a month and a half away from getting Larry's car into the Piston Power Show, so we thought we'd go over to his garage and see what was going on. Got the seats ready to go in, and here's Larry.
I have about 50 more days to get it started. I got a long ways to go.
Well, one good thing is that it does run. Right now the alternator's out for a little diode repair. But Larry's got this beautiful 396, 375 horsepower car running. But as you can see, there's a lot to do. What do we got left, Larry?
Oh, too much. I need to put the front clip on it, the trunk, and tail lights, but it does run. Hit the key and it will run.
Nice.
Thank to a good buddy, Paul. The TA box wouldn't work right, so we got the amplifier box done and works okay. It took right off.
The interior's looking really nice.
Yeah.
Got the dashboard done. So, doors are opening up. Everything's ready to go. We just brought over the seats today, so we can get going on the interior pretty quick.
We got the headliner in it.
So the headliner's in. It needs a little bit of tweaking, but
tender loving care.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
But hopefully we don't run out of time.
We should.
Hello, this is Ferd Brucker with the Treasury Report for the NOCC. Our tax refunds for the past 2 years from the IRS, totaling $1,325. Those were refunds we got because we now have our charitable status and we were able to get back the taxes we paid in the prior 2 years. So that was a good thing too. Petty cash is just under $2,000 right now. The big increase there was we had $424 in club clothing that was paid by members in cash. So that's looking good too. So overall, the financial activity has been very positive at the beginning of the year. And I'd like to remind everybody that hasn't to get your $25 membership dues mailed in. You do have till April 15th, but out of sight, out of mind. You might as well get those in when you can. So that pretty much concludes the report. On a personal note, some of you know that I have a 68 Chevelle Super Sport and that occasionally I try and locate my previous 68 Chevelle Super Sport. And I had a interesting event where I got on the internet and went into a program called InstaVin, put in my old car's VIN number, and I did have a hit. It was showed that the car had transferred title in October 5th of 2005 in New Jersey with a mileage of 46,289. Of course, that's not enough information to actually locate the car. I don't know what city or anything because of privacy information standards now. But possibly someone out in New Jersey, if you see the car, it's red with a black vinyl top, bench seat, 4-speed, I'd love to hear about it. And that concludes the report for this month. Have a great day. Bye.
Good afternoon, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. This is Mark Meldrum reporting live, riding down I-75 here in Florida. I got a business trip, so right now I'm traveling between Fort Myers and Tampa. So had some time to kill, so I thought I'd start my newsletter off. I got a beautiful rental car this time. It's a 2014 Chevrolet Camaro convertible. I want to thank National for giving me that car. Traveling along about 70 miles an hour down here on I-75. I'm going to make a stop today at the Muscle Car Museum. So hopefully I'm going to find some Chevelles inside. NOCC TV, here we are at the Muscle Car Museum, and it's called Muscle Car City. And what this gentleman did was basically buy out an old Kmart and start up a muscle car museum. So sounds like a really good idea, and I wish I had the money to do that. But we're going to go in today and see what's inside. Excuse me, sir. Could you show me where the Chevelles are at? Or maybe you could show me where the Chevelles are at, please? So as you can see, we're in the museum, and right behind me is a beautiful 65 Z16 going around on the turntable. This museum is absolutely fantastic. I mean, just loads and loads of muscle cars in here. Chevrolet, Camaros, Corvettes. Of course, there's some Buicks and Pontiacs and all sorts of other muscle cars. Any GM muscle car, I guess you could say that is in this collection, from way back to even some modern Corvettes in here. So it's hard to get a read on every single car because most of them don't have placards on them. I'd like to know about the history of the cars and whatnot. But as I was walking around, I heard somebody say, wouldn't it be cool if they had an app for each car, so you could just scan a barcode maybe on the car and then get the history on it and where it's been and what it's done. But nevertheless, it's just a cool museum to go through, and if you get a chance to come down here to Florida, I highly suggest that you check this place out. Well, Larry did find a 166 Chevelle. You can see it behind me. It's a 325 horse, 396 Chevelle, but has a 4-speed. Very nice car. Maroon in color. And here's the interior of this beautiful 66 Chevelle. You can see a clock in there. Pan down, you can see just a glimpse of the knee knocker tack there. And this is just a real nice maroon version of the Chevelle. This old truck made me think of Mike Ely. This year he had a truck kind of like this, sitting out in front of his house full of Christmas presents, all lit out. Really looked nice for the Christmas season. And then, of course, this beautiful 65 Malibu Z16. We've got one of our guys out there, Sam. He's trying to get as many of these cars to come to our show this year. We're going to limit our show to 201 entries in honor of the production of the Z16 Chevelle. 50th anniversary of that car this year. Of course, they had a bunch of other nice Chevelles at the museum. Really nice collection. You got to get yourself down there someday. I think you'd really appreciate the Chevelles and other muscle cars that you see at this museum.
Of course, they had Captain Morgan there. I'm sure Joe would have loved that. And this beautiful 66 427 390 horse Corvette, $69,888. You can buy that. Have a few cars there at the museum for sale. So it's just a neat place to be. And I dropped off our business card at the table, and then I also stuck one on a refrigerator that was inside the shop. So hopefully somebody will read that card and come to our show. So we jumped in the Camaro and headed down the road. But certainly a nice visit.
Hey everybody, Joe Desmond, President of NOCC. As you can see, O'Reilly, sponsor again this year. They'll be there. Will you be there? Had somebody drop off some Toys for Tots already. We're getting ready for the show. This is my President's Report. We're in my barn right now. Behind me is the not quite done Coconuts Bar, or Joconuts Bar, which will be opened by the Northern Ohio Chevelle Show. You'll have to come by and visit. The show is August 31st and July 1st. Everybody get your reservations in. We've got about 80 cars already signed up. We've got 34 states, I believe, is what Kenny told me last time, and Canada. So make sure you guys get your registrations in. Autorama's coming up in about 3 or 4 weeks. We have a couple of new members going to show their cars. We have a 78 Malibu Pro Street. We're going to do a little story on that car coming up, one of our next newsletters. So this is for Mark. Mark, this is your newsletter piece. I hope you like it. Remember, O'Reilly sponsor. Drink on.
The Northern Ohio Chevelle Club is a club of family-oriented people who love all types and years of Chevelles. We have a strong presence in the greater Cleveland-Akron area, but welcome new members from anywhere. Our current membership includes Chevelle enthusiasts from 14 different states and Canada. Please visit our website at northernohiochevelleclub.com or visit our Facebook page that has over 650 followers.